Dustin, welcome to the Dreamcatcher podcast. Actually, I should Dustin Southworth, and we just recently met like last week, and we had a great conversation that day, and I look forward to today's recording of the podcast here. So Dustin, a little bit about background.
Yeah, so I have an IT background actually, and then at some of my jobs I've done advertising, which kind of got me into working for museums now, and I do the marketing and public relations and membership for I've done it for a couple museums now.
Okay.
Currently at Pioneer.
Okay, so your hometown is right where we're at in Hastings here.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
So a
Born
good,
and raised.
yeah, an awesome town. I feel like I almost belong here. Like I was telling you the other day, they asked if I wanted to move over here. I actually should, as much as I'm here. So what's been the journey to today? I mean, museums, and what got you interested in what you're doing today?
I mean, from when I was a little kid, my family, whenever we traveled, and even around here locally, we would visit museums all the time.
Okay.
I kind of grew up with Hastings, Stir, and Pioneer Village.
Yeah.
So that really got me into the history side of it. I I went off to college for something. I wanted to get into like the national parks and doing their interpretation.
Sure.
I didn't end up getting that far with the degree that I went into, so I kind of held back. But then came back to Hastings to get an IT degree, and then I moved out to Chicago or around Chicago,
Okay.
in Illinois, and started volunteering for some museums there. And they liked what I was doing. I was helping them with their social media. They liked what I was doing, so they ended up hiring me. They're like, "Hey,
Awesome.
we don't know how to do that, so we'll hire you."
That's a right place, right time.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then and the museum that I was working for ended up closing down out in Illinois, so I ended up moving back here to Nebraska.
Okay.
Found a job in Norfolk. Was there for 5 years, and then I saw the job open up down here at Pioneer Village, and ended up moving back home.
Okay. Very awesome. So is it like nice to be back home?
It is, yeah. It's funny because a lot of the towns I've lived in have all been around the same size, around 25,000, which Hastings, I lived in Laramie, Wyoming. I lived in Norfolk. Illinois was a little bit bigger, but it was about the same size.
Okay.
So,
It's a nice size town.
yeah, it
That's
really
really
is.
nice.
So I've kind of always felt like home.
Yeah. So have you always been interested in like social media?
Yeah, funny. I was just having a conversation at CCC yesterday about I've been into podcasts since like 2007.
Oh,
That's
wow.
kind of when I started getting into them.
Okay.
And then that led me into social media because there was we did a lot of we actually were doing live videos back then.
Wow. Okay.
We were doing Google Hangouts
Okay.
while we were live casting our podcast. So
Nice.
even back then, I was really into getting that out there and sharing it with our friends, so they would watch us online. And that was just always interesting to me because I've built a few like personal brands
Cool.
focused around social media and marketing and stuff. So
I I admire you for all you know about social media. Where did you learn everything you know about social media?
I'm really a doer. I like to just get in there and figure it out.
Okay.
I don't really have any formal training on that. It's just, like I said, building my own personal brands and a lot of those I got into when they first came out. So I was on Facebook when they first started because I was in college at the time.
Okay.
And then like I said, Google Plus at the time, which is no longer exists. I got in pretty much right
Okay.
away and just started playing around and figuring it out. Like that's always excited me. I mean, any software technology, especially new, I love diving in and just
Awesome.
playing around with the settings and figuring it out. I mean, I do that with like software databases and stuff
Okay.
that I've worked with at the museums and stuff. Like I've just kind of dove in, played with the settings, figured out what they do, and set it up, like customized it.
Sure. I mean, that is so amazing. I mean, would you ever think about being a teacher or teaching that?
Well, my friend has kind of dragged me along and done some impromptu, informal discussions, but yeah, I mean, I would love to do that. I've actually I actually built a PDF of recommendations for like podcast equipment and stuff.
Really?
I
Okay.
need to finalize it and put it out so
Yeah.
that
Okay.
other people can see it. But yeah, I would love to like talk people
I
through
could
it and consulting and stuff.
Yeah, I could definitely see you doing all of that. So when you were growing up, since this is a Dreamcatcher podcast, what were your dreams when you were growing up? Do something like that? Or
I mean, I've had many dreams. I mean,
cool.
astronaut or pilot were my original like things that I wanted to go into, but
There you go.
I have terrible eyesight and I can't do math, so
Okay. Might be limiting a little bit there.
it was a little bit limiting. My height was actually a good thing for that, but the other two things kind of narrowed that out. Um, but I guess now I'm into drones, so I have kind of circled back around to that. And history and technology were always like top of mind. Not necessarily something that I thought I even could go into,
Uh-huh.
but something I've always been kind of interested in. So
Okay.
it's not surprising that I ended up in that, but
That's cool.
just took the long way around.
Well, I think we all do. We definitely take the scenic road. So, drones. I mean, these where they have these displays. I mean, what do you do with drones? I mean, I'm inspired by all the things they can do with them
Yeah.
and how they get that all those displays coordinated.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a whole other level that I'm not even on. I actually was gonna work with fantasy drones up in Norfolk.
Okay.
At least volunteer to help them out. Some things come up, so I didn't get to. But the controllers that they have for that, and the software that they have to build and program for that is just amazing.
Yeah, I can't even
What they can
imagine.
do. What I do is like more photography and videography. So like,
Oh, that'd be cool.
the other day I had a friend he was going out and driving racing quads,
Okay.
and I basically just chased him with my drone.
Huh.
Got some really
Be kind
cool
of fun.
video. Yeah, it was super fun. Until this was my fault. I parked it above a hill, and
Uh-huh.
apparently I was not high enough yet.
Oh, did you?
He almost hit it. He had to duck his head out of the way to
That might have been an
not hit
instant shot.
it would have been yes.
Oh,
What
wow.
not to do.
Oh, I could see me doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, so how do you learn to do something like that? I mean, how did you learn to do it with a drone? Like, even doing any of that? I've never been around them.
Yeah.
So,
Again, for that one, it's just kind of going out and playing with it. I mean, I live outside of town now, so I have plenty of space to practice.
that'd be a good place, yeah.
But then, like, I am commercially licensed, so I can't
Okay.
fly and earn money. I mean, compensation is not the thing that makes you have to get a license, but
Okay.
I just took an online course for that, and they kind of walked me through. It was about a 10-hour course that you have to go through because
Okay.
it is a lot of like what a pilot would know is like how to read sectional charts,
Makes
how to
Yeah.
understand what the weather's going to
Yeah.
like how fog can affect the air quality and stuff. So
All the stuff
there's
I
a
never
lot of
thought
that that I
about.
had to search and think about, and I know a lot more about how airports work.
I bet you do. I bet.
Yeah.
So, flight controller, you can do that now.
Yeah.
Is that something you aspire to?
Oh, no,
I don't think I
that's-
ever
that's
would.
a lot of
Oh, I can't imagine doing that.
track of things.
Yeah. No, I would think. So, where did you get your drone? Where did you purchase your?
Well, I ended up just off of Best Buy
Okay. Okay.
because I did the pay it as you go. kind of
I can
thing.
understand that one very much.
But yeah, I got the kit. The brand is DJI. That's
Okay.
in my opinion and a lot of people's opinion on the drone groups is that DJI is the most consumer friendly. They have the best software.
Okay.
You don't get a lot of like some of the other brands. You get a lot of like what they call flyaways where it'll just disconnect from your controller and just
Oh, that's bad.
end up somewhere and at that point you don't have any way to track it
So
because
you just go
it's not
look
connected
for
to
it.
the system.
Oh,
So you just
wow.
have to, all right, which direction did it go?
Yeah, I
And a
mean,
lot of people don't recover their drone.
yeah, I completed it. Needle in a haystack, basically.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that was ever a thing. So,
It is a concern. Like I said, DJI has a pretty good track record of not having that happen.
that's good.
And then when they came out with a controller because they used to have a controller that you would hook your phone into.
Okay.
And I don't know, I never really got into that one, but they came out with a fully featured, like basically an Android tablet built into controller. So
Okay.
once they did that, I kind of jumped in and was excited about
Okay.
getting that brand.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
So, is there any new technology on the horizon that you're looking forward to doing something with?
My ultimate goal is to get into lidar. It's not necessarily a new technology,
Okay.
but it is a kind of the height, the tier up of drones. Thermal would be my next level choice if I got
Okay.
into it, just because there's a lot you can do with it. Search and rescue is a lot of
Oh,
things that they
wow.
do. They'll fly thermal drones and find like animals or people in
That's pretty
heavy
awesome.
rush and stuff.
Wow.
That's a really interesting thing that I would like to
Yeah.
get into. Just even if I can just offer that as not even a service, just as
Just
something
that you're able
just
to do it. Yeah.
yeah. But lidar is my ultimate goal because I again tying into history, I want to be able to go to like paleontological sites, archaeological sites,
Okay.
and map them. So, but what lidar does is it shoots a lot of lasers down at the ground,
Okay.
and then it works a little like sonar because it measures how long it took to came back
Makes
to the
sense. Yeah.
sensor and stuff.
Okay.
So then it maps out. You have a 3D representation of what the ground looks like.
Interesting.
And all that stuff.
Okay.
And then they can strip away vegetation, so they can like take away all the trees that might be
Wow.
covering it and see actually how the land depreciates and all that stuff. I
Amazing.
would love to get into that. That's my own.
I can understand why. I mean, that would be fascinating. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I've got to have more conversations with you. And the other day was awesome. So I think I could talk to you for a long time. We could drink a lot of coffee or with your awesome drink there with coffee and chocolate.
Yep.
I got to try that one too. So okay. So you're at Pioneer Village in Minden, Nebraska. That's where we talked the other day, and Minden's where I grew up. And so you've been working there how long?
A little over a month now.
Okay.
Probably a month and a half or so. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So is it kind of like what you thought it was gonna be like?
Yeah, pretty much. So what I kind of was excited about when I came on was they've been doing a lot of like renovation work and just rebuilding what the place looks like and
Yes.
getting it back up into shape. And now I can kind of come in with my specialty of technology, and I can kind of get us upgraded on that side.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I,
It's so good.
what I'm hoping to do is like get an online membership system so people
Excellent.
from anywhere they can sign up for a membership, and just getting more of that stuff, getting digital catalogs of our items because we have 50,000 items just on display.
Is that all?
Yeah. Not to mention all of the buildings that we have that are not on
Oh,
display.
wow, what an undertaking.
Uh-huh. So yeah, what I would like to do is do a digital database. We've got physical records of all that stuff. We just need to get it digitized and get it into some a searchable database. Basically,
Okay.
is what I want to do.
Okay.
And I just had a conversation about talking to some students about
Yeah.
coming in and helping us.
Probably as many people as you can get on
Yeah.
that with that undertaking.
Yes, that's
So
going to be a long process, but it'll be a great process.
it will be. I mean, I can't even remember showing my word at a museum. I think it was Lexington, their museum, the county one, and they had they knew exactly where everything was at. Kind of like each thing had its own number.
Oh,
And
yes.
I thought that was undertaking too.
Yeah.
But and like they said, they knew exactly where that was supposedly where that was going to be at in the museum. It's like
Yep.
very good when you get it done.
Exactly.
Very much. So we talked the other day about doing a podcast because you do a podcast. What's your podcast name and what you do?
Yeah. The one I'm currently doing, I've had many over the years. but,
Okay, cool.
The one I'm currently working on it's called the Med Bay Podcast with Quantum Jump Medical.
Okay.
So I play a game called Star Citizen. It's you can fly spaceships, but then you can also land on planets and go around and do missions and stuff.
That sounds
And
cool.
The group that I'm with, we do medical rescues. So like,
Really? Wow.
if a player gets downed, they can call us and we'll go rescue them. We'll heal them. We'll get them up going.
Okay.
And even we even do a little bit of security. So if they need help, we'll go and help them with whatever they're working on, whatever mission they're doing. But anyway, the podcast, we just talk about like what are the changes to the game, because it's still an active development.
Oh, is it?
They're
Okay.
actually, it's still an alpha.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
They're still basically building the game.
Okay.
So we talk about the changes and how that affects our gameplay, how that affects medical. We need to do a new podcast episode because they just had some big changes to medical. So we're
Okay.
gonna talk about that, and the ship that we've been waiting for forever is finally out. So
Awesome.
so we get to talk about that. So yeah.
So, I mean, where can I listen to this? Is it pretty much everywhere?
Yeah, it's widely distributed. Spotify.
Okay. Okay.
iTunes.
I might have to check that out. So we were talking about, sometime doing a podcast with Pioneer Village. I mean, I don't know if that would be something you are open to, but I know I've been trying to kind of get them because there's so much limitless.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can pick an item and talk about it for an hour.
Yes.
And each building that we have 26 buildings on the grounds that we could talk about.
It would never, you would never get done. Even if you stayed in the main building, you wouldn't be there for a long time.
Oh yeah, yeah. If we just told all the stories of all the items, oh my God, it would be amazing. Has been in my mind. I was going to start one at the art center that I worked at. I never had somebody that wanted to do it alongside of me, so I never really got it off the ground. But I did had full plans and everything for it.
Very
so
cool.
I'm definitely looking forward to starting something like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different things because there hasn't been much for social media done with Pioneer Village. So
Not until the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It's picked up the last few
yes.
years. So.
Oh, yes, and it's very evident too. So okay, you're on Facebook. Where other places can they find Pioneer Village Museum on social media?
Right now, I believe it's just Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
And then we've been discussing some of the video platforms, so I don't want to say too much yet.
I can understand that. Still works in progress.
Something we do want to do, and we've talked about.
Okay. So where would you like what you're doing at Pioneer Village and in your life? Where would you like to be in 5 years? I mean, that's
a good.
If we only know.
right, yeah. I mean, honestly, my end goal or my long-term goal has been to get to I would love to do consulting. I would love to go to travel around 2 different museums because I love seeing
that would be great.
Different parts of the country and different museums.
Right.
And just I would love to if they could get a grant and have me come in for 3 months, help them set up their membership or whatever.
Yeah, excellent.
Or do some photography, scanning, and stuff like that. I would love to get into that. Like I said, setting up those CRMs and databases, and even and doing podcast consulting and that type of thing. A multimedia company is kind of something I've been dreaming of for a long time.
Awesome. Got a name?
Southworth Media.
Okay. That's your name already.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the brand already, but it's established, just not doing a whole lot with it. It kind of has all those sub.
It kind of goes there, and then all of a sudden it takes off.
Yeah.
And it's just is it going to? And then it's what did I do differently? As all of a sudden you're in demand. So
right.
Exactly. Awesome. So I mean, so what other things do you do in your free time besides drones and museums? And I mean, what other things are you interested in?
I mean, travel is a big one. So I love, and especially Nebraska travel, because it's amazing how much stuff we do have in Nebraska that people don't realize. I love the Nebraska passport.
Me too.
It gets you into those small towns that you don't know the town exists, and
you
don't know the awesome thing that's there. So it gets you out there.
Yes.
But then, I mean, over the last, well, actually almost a year now, I've been building apps. So that's kind of taken up a lot of my time. I have one big app that I'm trying to build, but then I've also built multiple other ones that kind of are problems that I've found along the way that I think a small app could help.
Sure, yeah.
So, I've built a couple that were related to the arts when I was working at the arts center. And actually, I just built another one for that. And then one that involves museums. So if anybody's ever heard of the app Untapped, it's a brewery app, and it gets you into the brewery, and then you rate the beer or whatever.
I think I would like that.
I love that app, but I wanted to do that for museums.
That'd be cool.
I wanted to get you into you be able to find the museum, but then also be able to say like, I loved this tour guide, or I loved
yes.
this exhibition that they had, and then I want groups to be able to get together, like build a digital community, and then we want to get people off the platform into those places. Like, hey, we're all there's an exhibition opening coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We're like me as the influencer.
Uh-huh.
We're all gonna. I'm gonna get my group together.
Right.
We're all gonna go visit that museum during that exhibition. So
Very
that's
nice.
kind of the goal is to like
I like that.
get people off out of their digital echo chambers.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, I mean that is so cool. I mean, I just so has Pioneer Village ever been on Passport or can it be on Passport?
It was, I believe they said it was 2019.
So
was
it
the
had
last
been
time.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put in our application for next year.
Okay.
Crossing my fingers on that.
Hopefully.
We've got some cool. The carousel opening is
Yes.
a huge milestone for us to get that back up and running.
Yeah.
So we would love to show it.
Yeah. And talk a little bit about the carousel and everything. I
Yeah.
mean, that's been quite the journey.
Yes, it has. Yeah. So for the last 4 years, We've had two RV groups come in. That's what they do. They travel around the country and they volunteer at places. So once a year they come in. They work for 6 to 9 weeks, just depending on how much
Okay.
time availability they have. And I mean, they've done our signage. They replaced all the cement work in the village.
I like to know that. Wow.
But then the big project was the carousel that they've been working on.
Yes.
It was really neglected, and about 2005 they did end up just shutting it down. They just couldn't run it anymore,
Right.
just because the deterioration
Mhm.
and things. So they fully rebuilt it. I mean, like all of the woodwork is brand new. The only thing that's original, or the original parts, are there's cast iron steel or cast
Oh, that
iron
makes sense.
in
Yeah.
the middle.
Yeah.
So we restored that, but then the rest of it, and then they did have the animals, and they restored those. They completely sanded them down, repainted them,
Can't
did
imagine.
this beautiful, amazing work.
Yes. Yes.
And so about a little over a month ago now, I keep saying a month ago, we had a grand reopening of the carousel and started running it.
Yes.
So and basically every day since then, we've had people riding it. So
I bet.
it's amazing.
It is amazing. Yeah.
And it's funny because somebody said that it was you that said that nobody comes away not smiling.
Yeah, you don't.
Carousel.
You just don't see that. I mean,
Yeah.
and that is amazing. And if you ever see any of the pictures, how bad it got. I mean,
yeah.
and talk about a labor of love. I
Right.
mean, that is
Oh, yeah.
just
They put so much work into it. And the nice thing is they built an enclosure around it, so
which is very good.
it's fully sealed in. It's temperature controlled, so hopefully it'll last another 72 years.
Yes.
Since it's been sitting here at the Pioneer Village.
Yes. No, it is. I tell everybody about that because it's like that. You got to see it, nothing else. I mean, and once you're there, you'll think, wow, there's a lot. There is a lot there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when I go through it, it's like I'm in awe. I think I told you the other day, it's like how I didn't see all this stuff.
Uh-huh.
And what actually is in Minden, Nebraska.
Right.
You know, it is. So, what are some projects that are maybe on the forefront of being done there?
Yeah. So right now, the main one that we're working on is getting the campground extended.
Okay.
So they're adding 25 more sites
Nice.
that are going to be fully paved and full hookups.
Wow.
And hopefully even it'll be year round, because
That'd be great.
currently we can't do year round in our current campground
Okay.
because they weren't done. The pipes weren't done.
I have to worry about the freezing. Yeah.
And a long time, and they probably didn't plan on having
Sure.
it around, so they just didn't think that was important.
Mhm.
But now we want to do it right,
Right.
and
Exactly.
have those nice new pads and stuff. And then, I mean, we're constantly working on things. I mean, we
You
just
are.
they're working on painting up the schoolhouse now. That's
Okay.
one of the big projects. We just got the calliope done out. That's it. It's sitting in front of the carousel now.
Okay.
So it kind of ties in. It didn't come with the carousel, but it is
Kind of a natural
yeah, because it's,
time there. Yeah.
it's steam powered and would have
Okay.
it would have been something that would have been in front of the carousel like this. So
Okay.
it definitely ties together, and some nice interpretation.
Yeah.
And they beautifully repainted it and restored it. But even that needs more work, so they'll come
Yeah.
back next
I
summer
can see that.
and
So,
continue on. I mean, I'm excited to see them come back and keep
Yeah.
working on it.
so is the Calliope original to the Pioneer Village? Or
Yeah. They
okay.
it was one of the things that Harold
Okay.
purchased and came with. So yeah.
No, I mean, so are they doing anything else? I mean, they did when they had the sale and then they were on Picker. Are they
Yeah.
anything more like that coming up?
Um. So we're doing more auctions.
Okay,
So
okay.
probably the local auction house is going to sell some of their cars off.
Okay.
Some of the ones that we had off in storage.
Okay.
Not
the ones that you have
nothing
on.
on display will
Okay.
ever be sold. Or I mean, unless we have multiples of
Sure,
them
sure.
and don't have any way to interpret it or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, we'll have some sales. We've talked about like doing antique roadshow and
Really? Yeah, that would be cool.
We'd love to get the pickers back out
Yeah,
there
love that
to
show.
do it again. So I mean, we'd definitely love to and are reaching out to those people to get us back out there. I mean, we just had Pure Nebraska come out.
Oh, dude, I
do
love
a
that too.
story.
I love that. I watch that.
Yeah.
If I'm home, I watch that.
Right.
That
Yeah.
is no, I aspire to that. I mean,
Right.
I always did so many things I don't know around the state.
Right.
That's for sure. So okay. What else? I mean, your podcast, all that. So I mean, do you sleep?
Barely.
I was gonna
It
say.
doesn't feel like it sometimes.
No, I mean, so if people were the Pioneer Village, I mean, this goes around the world. How would be the best way to? I mean, there's no motel yet, but maybe you're working on something like that. Or is
That
that-
is a future goal.
Okay.
Like I said, once we get the campground
Sure.
done, I think that's a next thing that we want to set our sights on
Okay.
and see what we can do,
Sure.
what we can and can't do, because sometimes you just can't do.
Well,
it.
and yeah, because cost can be. I mean, I can't
Right.
even imagine what that would be.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, we would love to get that back up and running because we have people almost every day ask us, "Well, is your hotel open?"
yeah,
Nope, sorry,
No.
but we would love to.
yeah, that'd be great. So, do you guys ever do a collaboration with the Minden Opera House, or have they ever done anything like that?
Yeah, we've done some. Yeah, we've done some tie-ins.
Okay.
I know with like the Polar Express, they
Oh
have
yeah, yes.
a thing with that, and I know this year we're doing we've got a train display that we just switched out and updated,
Okay.
and they're gonna come Christmas time, we'll switch that out with some Polar Express trains that
Nice.
the kids can enjoy and take pictures in front of and stuff. So but that kind of ties into the Opera House. But we definitely would love to get more into the collaboration with
Yeah.
local establishments because it's a community and it's not a huge community, but it's
No.
an amazing community.
It is.
And we definitely want to be a part of that. And
Yeah, being the Christmas city and everything and all that. And
Yeah.
no, I could all kinds of collaborations, even with local museums. I mean, I'm just amazed how many great museums there are in the area. So, but so before we end the podcast, Dustin, anything else you would like to share with the audience?
oh, that's a good question. I mean, just come out and check out Pioneer Village
Okay.
because it is amazing
Okay,
what's there.
and it's located along 6th and 34 and going through Minden, Nebraska. Is there? They can find you online. Is it like Pioneer Village? Is there a website?
Yeah, pioneervillage.com.
Okay.
And then like I said, we are on Facebook and Instagram. So
Okay.
follow
Okay.
us there, Harold Pioneer Village, I think.
Okay. It's well worth the trip, even if you think that Nebraska has nothing to offer, which is such a lie, because Nebraska has, like every place, has something so much to offer. So,
Right.
but yes, so come see this guy at Pioneer Village. So, you will not be disappointed, I guarantee you. I mean, I grew up in Minden and I'm never disappointed. So,
Absolutely.
on that, I'm going to end the podcast there. Dustin, thanks for joining us on Dreamcatcher Podcast. And you have a good rest of your day. And I look forward to keeping in touch with you.
Yeah, absolutely.